So what's going on, y'all? Exciting uh study I came across of a lady who, well, really it's a study of a group of people, but I came across the study from an article that was talking about a lady who was dealing with Alzheimer's disease. We know many of us know someone in our family or someone in a family close to ours who's dealt with Alzheimer's. This lady had early Alzheimer's, and she participated in a study that involved very intensive lifestyle changes, and it reversed her Alzheimer's. Okay, if you want to see the study yourself, look in my description. But I'm just going to kind of give you like an insight, a summary of what the study involved here. Kind of got out some of the main points. This stuff is always exciting to me, so check it out. So it was 20 weeks of quote intensive multi-domain lifestyle intervention. Intensive, so that means it was real, it was very significant. Multi-domain, which means that it addressed a variety of different things, a variety of different domains um, of lifestyle. Um, and then the ages were ages 45 to 90. Man, so that means, so here, I'm getting ahead of myself. But ages 45 to 90, and the people were dealing with, quote, mild cognitive impairment or early dementia from Alzheimer's. Man, ages 45. That's crazy to me to think of people kind of dealing with cognitive impairment or early dementia that young. But anyhow, let me read this quote that I got from there. So this says a Lancet Commission on Dementia Prevention, Intervention, and Care listed 12 potentially modifiable risk factors that together account for an estimated 40% of the global burden of dementia. Many of these factors, such as hypertension, smoking, depression, type 2 diabetes, obesity, physical inactivity, and social isolation, are also risk factors for coronary heart disease and other chronic illnesses because they share many of the same underlying biological mechanisms. Right. A lot of the issues that we deal with in our society, degenerative, chronic disease, heart disease, neurodegenerative stuff like strokes and dementia and whatnot, cancer, all of these things have the same causes. These include chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, insulin resistance, telomere shortening. That has to do with like the ends of your DNA kind of getting shorter, and that's associated with your lifespan. Sympathetic nervous system hyperactivity, the part of your nervous system that is fight or flight kind of being too active, and others. All right, so these are the aspects of lifestyle that they address. They address diet, exercise, stress management. Then they had group support, and then they did do some level of supplementation. Here's what they did for the diet. The diet that the participants were assigned was a whole foods, plant-based diet. So very minimally processed. Plant-based meaning basically vegan. Very high in complex carbohydrates from, the major plant food groups. You know, um, you know, grains, beans, leafy greens, and so on and so forth. You get it. And very low in quote harmful fats, sweeteners, and refined carbohydrates. Okay, so that's the diet in a nutshell. I think they were eating 3 times a day, of course, 7 days a week. The exercise was 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes a day of aerobic exercise, such as walking. And then strength training, mild strength training was done 3 times a week. For stress management, they practiced for an hour a day. I think one of the following. So meditation or gentle yoga-based poses, stretching, progressive relaxation, breathing exercises, and imagery. Okay. And for their group support, They had an hour times a week of some sort of support group for the study. Supplementation that they took included omega-3 fatty acids with curcumin, um, I guess together, and then a multivitamin and multi-mineral. They took coenzyme Q10. They took vitamin C, um, vitamin B12, magnesium L-threonate. Never heard of the L-threonate part, but just magnesium basically. Hericu Hericium erinaceus. Oh, that's lion's mane. And super bifido plus probiotic, a probiotic. Okay. And so these are the things that they did for 20 weeks, 20 focus weeks. And they had, of course, a control group of people who weren't doing these things. And again, the findings were that there were rather significant improvements in cognition and function in the people went who underwent the intensive lifestyle intervention. Then the lady in the article, and I'll link to the article as well. The lady's name is Tammy. She was like in her late 50s, and it says she was forgetting, constantly losing her glasses and their keys and her purse. Um, and now she is 68. So, this has like been 10 years or so. But let me see. Yeah, she benefited very much. I mean, she's a lot older, but she's a lot better. It says um she even saw like the blood test revealed that she had lower levels of the amyloid plaques, which are associated with Alzheimer's in her brain. So, you know, changing lifestyle significantly worked. And what this really points to me is something I've been trying to reiterate on this with the videos I put on YouTube, and I want to reiterate in this group, you know, like it's not enough for us to just, eat a salad every now and then, like a salad a week, or maybe we walk 2 days this week and then we fell off and then, we walk again in a few months. It's like these different kind of things. We need an aggressive, natural approach. And I say natural because if you really think about a lot of this health stuff, it's not really like it's not really like we're finding out these new things per se. It's like we're returning to the things that we should have already been doing. That's why you see in a lot of societies that are not as convenient and developed, so to speak, as ours is, you don't really see a lot of the prevalence of heart disease and Alzheimer's and stuff like that the way you do here, because I think what it represents is more of a straying away from how we should be operating these bodies, if that makes sense. So hopefully this study inspires you, as it does me, to really take seriously just the fact that we can do a whole lot of things now to reverse our physical situations if we're willing to really take some big steps, multimodal adjustments to our lifestyles, and so that we can avoid disease, like prevent it. And you see in this study, this lady experienced a reversal of the dementia that she was experiencing. The study shows that. I'm not just suggesting it. This is what the study showed. So that's that. Now, if you want the Q&A part of this live, then you want to make sure you go to patreon.com/Sean B2B Fitness. When you do that, you'll get access to being able to address the live Q&A part of this stream, where I answer your health and fitness questions about exercise, about eating, and all the kind of stuff in between. So make sure you do that. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. If you're 35 to 50 years old and want to lose weight, get stronger, and become more athletic, but you keep finding yourself hitting roadblocks like aches and pains, stuck at the same weight, lack of motivation, even wondering if your fitness goal is impossible to reach, I got something for you. My exclusive fitness support consists of my daily fitness mindset mornings every weekday morning, where I teach you the mindset that fit people use to achieve high levels of health and fitness, and where you can ask me your specific health and fitness questions so that you can finally get unstuck. You also get access to my video workout library, as well as my fat loss workbook, fitness journal, and other helpful fitness related downloads we have available on our Patreon. If that sounds good to you and you're ready to change your mind so that you can finally change your body, your health, and your life, join us now at patreon.com/Sean B2B Fitness.